Welcome to Skill Builders Guild.
It's still a bit of a race.
It's always a race, even though only one person hits the button now.
Right. Hello, everybody.
What's happening? Welcome to the show.
Check in.
Livestream Takeover episode 201. I noticed that you named yours Leaf Springs Fornever. That's pretty funny. Pretty
funny.
Check in. Let us know where you're watching from and what your opinion is on Leaf Springs.
Let us know what century you're made to live in.
We all know that I'm destined to live in the 18th century, 19th century, preferably on a some sort of dock or
you look like
shore.
You look like you're ready to go, on a fishing boat for several months.
Yes.
I have some mud on my bench.
Oh dear.
Yeah, or dirt. It's not mud, it is dirt. And I noticed that it came from Joe. It was Joe's fault.
It's not
dirt.
It's not dirt, eh?
It's dirt. Looks like the electrician on Down Periscope.
Dive. Then they spin the. Yeah,
great stuff.
Good
so,
stuff. Knows everybody.
Hope all is well everywhere. It seems like it's been quite a busy week already. Somehow, I'm not sure, but
yeah. For me, kind of, but not really. I work in advertising.
Yes.
And one of the spots I was finishing yesterday, like we were in the color session where we're color correcting all the footage, making it look pretty for it to be finished. Canceled the spot.
Really? So they spent all the money, almost all the budget, and then they're like, nope, never mind.
Yeah. It's gonna be really hard to get that money back because we've already spent it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, we're already over budget, so you get $0 back.
You get nothing. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I was trying to click on Joe's. You should see my shoes. I think that Matt's from Shawshank. Joe went and photographed the red cat hauler before he delivered it. And I think that he was in just a dirty area a little bit because there's only one little spot of dirt and it's on the back corner of the bed where I think he lifted it and it just touched. So it's like, oh, look at that.
Or maybe he kicked it.
Yeah. Joe delivered the red cat hauler to me at the office on Monday. And what was funny is he beat me to work and then parked in my spot.
Yes.
So Brandon gets there. He's like,
oh, your audio's gone. I'll finish that story for you.
It's not back?
There it is now.
That was weird. Anyway, so yes, he was in my spot. Brandon thought it was me. And I was like, nope, not Josh. That's Joe. Parked in my spot.
Different gladiator.
And then he tried to get in my gladiator when he left because it was closer to the door that he was at.
Oh, Joe.
What do you
know, Joe?
I have a 35-minute drive to work. Joe had a 2-hour and 45 commute, and he still beat me.
Amazing. That's nice that he came all the way to you.
Well, I think that he had other business to conduct.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's fine then. I'm just popping out my chat here so I can see.
Yeah, actually, I was doing the exact same. Hack Shack RC, thank you very much. Independence, Kansas, built my cross. WT4 rollback leaves last. Well,
leaves.
I don't know if I can condone it, but I do think that cross rollback looks good.
Is that there's also somebody was like, you should get the emo 29er tow truck.
The tow truck. Yeah.
recovery tow truck. And I was like, I'll take a look at it. I'll look.
Yeah. I'm so torn on the cross.
Yeah. Yeah, your audio's gone again. I'll take this opportunity to thank you, Gunnar. My meat belongs in your mouth. Hello, all. Tonight's code, hashtag stuff my meat in your mouth. Thank you, Dana. I shall pin that.
Gunnar was just in my living room 55 minutes ago.
Oh. Dropping off some meat.
What is going on with my audio?
I don't know, but I really hope you fix it. I guess
so mad. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm happy. Black Sheep RC, thank you. It sounds a little springy. Sound? Is that a sound pun about my microphone?
You don't sound great, and you don't look great either.
Well, I think that's your internet. I look fantastic over here.
Right. It's always on the output.
I could show
you. Most people are saying you are robotic. Yeah, DK, most cross RCs look good. That is about it. Yeah. It's they're interesting. The Mammoth is still probably one of the coolest looking things ever.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to reboot myself. You take over for a minute.
All right. I'm doing this by myself now. Hello. Welcome to our show. Yes. What were we talking about? Cross RC. Yeah. To be fair, I've never owned one, which does sound odd. I've owned a lot of RCs. I've never owned a cross vehicle. Maybe it's time that I bite the bullet and give one a try. I would do that tow truck one, I think. Audio and video are out of sync. That's probably for Josh's benefit. He will. It's like watching an old Godzilla movie. Cool. Yeah. Reboot, restart, replace. It's the three. And don't forget the fourth R, Jeremy. It's a Arrivederci. Yes. I'll never buy one of their trail trucks, but their military trucks are the rollback. Yes, super detailed scale wise. Oh yeah, they did the rollback. That's right. At least your internet is working-ish. It was so cold and windy Monday, and mine wasn't working, so no live stream. Well, that's unfortunate. Breasts. Or is it wet? RC Underdog, thanks very much. Rejoice, 17 days without Lexan. I don't know how I've managed to do that, but I've gone a while. So far, so good. Oh, hello.
Well,
still
still weird.
Yeah. Maybe it's just me.
I think that it must just be you because it looks fine over here. But
I know that it looks fine, but you're seeing real time from your video card. You're not seeing the stream. Which I paid extra to StreamYard this month to have the Mess with Josh feature.
Excellent. I'm very happy. I'm very happy that you could. My pain is your. I don't know what it is, how that goes, but either way.
Nailed the French look, Matt. Need a bicycle and a few strings of onions to finish it off. Well, we did wear onions on our belt, which was the style at the time. And quarters were called bees. He'd say, "Give me 3 bees for $1."
I don't know what kind of old-timey references these are. Keeping up with your hipster ways is almost impossible.
Hey, keeping up with any hipster these days is impossible. Are the 2 different mirrors on the new CJ scale correct? I believe that they are. Yeah. The offset size and position are different.
Oh,
believe.
I can't say that I
Yes.
noticed that, but that's some nice detail on.
One's higher than the other one. Passenger side's higher.
So, I mean,
I
that's it.
didn't know that.
I mean, I think that that's common actually in many vehicles these days. I don't know what you're drinking over there, Matt, but I bet it's not as cool as mine.
No, mine's quite hot. It's a hot toddy.
Mine is Sunny D.
That's not cool. It'd be better if it was purple stuff.
Yeah, purple stuff. Sunny D.
We got OJ, cola, purple stuff. You guys got any more of that purple stuff?
Black Sheep RC. Josh, you're fine. Matt is goofy. And I have the SnapOn Car new in the box. My rep always just gives to me.
Dang, son.
Are we starting the bidding already, Matt?
We're going to start with that. We're going to start with that.
Are we? I think we should start with that.
Might as well just start with that. Holy comments. I've been missing comments galore. One person goes away. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it.
It's amazing.
You know, it is amazing. It's so amazing.
You just can't.
I saw a upskirt shot of it today.
Yes, I saw it getting passed around Reddit as well. The r/RC cars trash pile that is Reddit.
Oh God. I don't know why I even bother going in there.
Oh my God, it's never worth it. But
no, Jeff, 13 Brew, thank you. Matt, you look like an actual Volvo 240 owner. Period. Correct. Much appreciated. And thank you, Dale Davis. He just needs to change cameras and all sound equipment.
I cannot explain any of these things.
I'm actually drinking a tall glass of purple stuff. It could just be the internet, man. I mean, it's very cold today. So
who knows? You'll have to let me know if it's screwy everywhere.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it's one of those cars that when I first saw it, I was like, absolutely 100% yes. I have to have that. I have to have that now.
Losi Pro Moto was that way. And now this.
And this. Yeah. 100%. Yes, it was on eBay a whole bunch.
I don't know what this
means.
Open
for bids,
but I'm on board with whatever it means.
Yeah. It was on eBay. That's where it first appeared, and it appeared oddly enough from an eBay or seller who only does like limited edition running shoes. So I couldn't, I was trying to figure out what the connection was.
Yeah, I don't know either. I honestly don't care. It popped up quickly thereafter. SnapOn made an official post. I think that we're going to see some official stuff. Well, the SnapOn official announcement stuff later this week or this month. And
I can't
from the sounds, because I mean they're already in dealer hand. Like there was one local here yesterday. There's people that have had photos with them here locally. But it's outside of the box. It's an entirely new platform underneath. The motor is straight up and down,
vertical
in the back behind the rear axle, and then it's up and down. And it looks like the spur gear is on the top. It's almost like a VFD turned on its side and then directly into a ring and pinion.
Yeah. It looks friggin' amazing. I'm so curious to see how they're going to position it as like a platform and what will come after this. But it kind of like it does in some small way. And I'm not saying that us influencers in some way influence them to do this at all. But it does remind me a lot of our TRX or our Traxxas Fortec 3.0 rally build-offs.
It definitely reminds me more of yours because yours was more period correct and old-timey. But I'm guessing that this was your right way in the build before.
It was already being made before we did that.
I like how outside of the box it is, how the suspension style with the rotary, like they're not rotary dampers, they're actually the springs, because the leaf springs are for appearance only. They're not real leaf springs.
Dang it.
I thought I was
so
going to
excited.
have to eat so many words, and I was so scared.
I was very excited. I was like, yes, they're finally doing it.
So I was glad to see that I do not have to say those things so convincingly again. And it's so cool. I want it so badly for the back of my Red Cat hauler now that Moose Jaw has finished.
Right. You know that Traxxas also makes a hauler as well.
I do know that. However, this one seems a little closer to period correct. I don't have to keep it all in the family, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, I can't put it on the back of a Traxxas hauler either because I gave it back to Traxxas. So
yeah, and then they.
What do you mean?
I did sell mine as well. Well, like Traxxas sold yours, I sold mine. Because you didn't even sell yours. You gave yours away and then they sold it. They're like, cool. This is worth $500 to us.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
It's not worth quite as much as a new one because it's been ruined. So this is worth a little less. We'll make you a
they made it
deal.
And some idiot made this worse and then gave it to us. I don't know. Take it off my hands.
Did you sell that? Yeah, sure did. Well,
okay. All right.
Just checking. Just
thanks.
No reason.
At least wait like a week.
Oh, so good.
Yes, it's extremely good. Everything about that is great.
So,
but yeah, it definitely is a very unique genre. I would not say that I've seen a lot of cars in that space ever.
No, there's some old timey cars here and there, but
like the tether cars that you would just go weir.
I'm only highlighting this because the name is Where's the Bodygard?
Where's the Bodygard?
And I'm wondering if this is Gigawatt RC and he just changed his name, or if there's another pair of jeans in the chat. So
Traxxas Corp had a pizza party with the money.
A small one because they sold it for so little.
No, actually, they sold it for a pizza.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like, hey, can you just bring that?
I got this pizza. It's like Facebook Marketplace. You still got that Traxxas hauler? Yep, it's right here. Okay.
We'll take whatever the special is. Whatever's a little cheaper today.
Oh, black olives and pineapple.
One on eBay now, right now, bid at $700.
Yeah. I think I'll just wait until you can just buy it. Like I know it's a SnapOn, so it's limited edition.
It is.
But I'm sure they're going to do another one that normal people can buy.
We have to imagine that that's correct. So
and maybe if we ask really nice.
I honestly don't think you might be a big enough influencer. I know that I am not.
You're not, eh?
I am not. I 100% know that email will go unreturned.
You think so?
100%.
I think he likes you more than you think.
We have a solid
Mr. Traxxas.
Solid business
Mr.
relationship.
Traxxas.
But I think,
dear Mr. Traxxas.
Yeah, exactly. Poor man, John.
Dear Mike.
Do you imagine Traxxas will use the new platform in the future for a mass release, or do you think the SnapOn? I 100% think that they will make it for mass release. However, on the note of the SnapOn, from what I have been heard,
yep, good. That Sunny D's doing you wonders.
The SnapOn portion of these releases would allow them to stand on their own if they wanted.
If they just decided that's it, we don't need to do anything else, just snap on.
Yeah. Yes.
How many, like, because I don't have a lot of snap-on around here for me,
right.
But are they that gigantic a corporation that
Absolutely.
they can have a limited edition RC car and that would all they would need?
They could.
Wow.
So
Can't hear you.
They could pay for the investment it would take to make it happen without a problem. Now,
that's incredible.
Traxxas is probably, well, I would imagine, or from things that we've seen in the past, is never just being like, that's enough return on our time and design work. So we do see them come out as normal. And that's what I care about. I'm so excited. And just the fact that it's an all new platform. How rad is that?
Yeah, it's very cool because it's rare that you see a new platform.
When was the last one we did see? Well, I guess, is the XRT new?
No, it's mostly X-Max.
Oh, okay. Because what was the one with the all tub chassis?
Oh, Sledge.
I'm sorry. That one.
That was new. That was the latest, probably the latest new one.
And before that, it would have been
Slash.
2000.
No, TRX4 probably.
There had to be another new one between then, but still.
You think?
I think there's got to be one at least, right? Right?
Man, I don't know. I don't have a spreadsheet.
Fortec. Yep, the Fortec 2s and 3s. Those were new.
Okay, yeah.
Or at least 3, whichever one. So yeah.
TRX4M, good one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some good ones in there.
Haas, yeah, which
oh
doesn't exist anymore. It's now, I think the Haas is just
the Max now.
The Rustler.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my chat stopped scrolling and I missed so much, and I apologize.
Okay.
So
Jeff 13B Rue, thank you very much. Snap-on Ford delivery van never got released,
but that was only a body.
That was a body on an X-Max, right?
Right. So I feel like that one makes sense. That it didn't, like, it was fine on its own.
Thank you, David. Right.
So I feel like that kind of makes sense that never got released.
True.
The TRX,
because that was just the body.
Yeah, the TRX6 hauler was the first 6x6 version. Yeah. Yep. Jesus. Matt, you won't get these amazing references.
No, that's not. I don't get that one.
It's okay.
What is that?
You should podcast more.
Okay.
It's
my commute is short. All right. I'll look it up.
Yeah. It's very good. Been around for a very long time. So anyway, that's great news. I'm happy to see that quite a lot, and everything is going to be awesome. Like,
do you think what? Okay, so if this is the Snap-on one, and they didn't do that red and white body, that
the red and white one that I showed you is one that I've always wanted to build in RC, and that's the SoCal Speed Shop.
I know, but what I'm saying is that could be the one.
That could absolutely be, and if not, I want to do it, or maybe I'll try and get Snap-on one and do that before they.
Let's see how fast we can make them go.
It seems like an absolutely awful platform to do that with, which makes it a great idea.
Right. See, that's mayhem.
Yeah, like this platform, I cannot imagine is going to be stable at speed. Those tires.
Oh boy. Gonna be great. Gonna be great.
The motor in the back, up and down. Like, I feel like it's gonna want to.
Gonna want to just kind of zip.
You see right here, Pigeon Farm Boy. What? Good to see you on the live stream.
Yeah, man. That's I know
Belly
that
Tank.
username.
Yeah, old school RCC. Belly Tank Racer would be rad as hell on that platform. Fully agree, and I hope that becomes a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, I did.
Ooh, nice. That R1 in his photo.
I don't know. Motorcycle.
Stretched R1. I'd like to know. TPS Fab, what is that bike? Please, please report.
We'll figure out a way to hide the motor. Don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Oh, that's a great point, though. I almost have to make it
to put
larger.
just make it bigger.
Great point, though.
You could 3D print that whole thing.
That's a stretched Busa. I don't know. The taillight was not Busa.
Who knows?
So, or I guess we'll find out. I hope. Anyway,
Okay.
we have some mail. I have some mail call, but before that,
I have no mail.
Did you see my video on using the MT12 yesterday to play BeamNG?
I was pretty busy.
It's not a full video. It was a reel.
Yeah, still pretty busy.
Whatever.
No, I saw you doing that. That's cool.
So much fun.
Yeah.
And
makes it feel like you're driving an RC car.
Well, I'm just trying to practice. This is not how I normally drive rear steer. So I want to do a little bit more of that, given it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can make like how this works. I didn't know anything about it or if it worked. I just took and I plugged in a USB-C to the radio once it was already powered up. And it's like, do you want to work as a USB controller? I was like, yes. And then that was it.
Wow.
It's like, I was like, oh shit.
That's cool.
So there was no making it work or anything like that. I just plugged it in and then it worked.
That's gonna be a really short YouTube tutorial.
I know, exactly. I think what I'm gonna do that. You do have to like setting up the rear steer is something. So I'll do that and then I'll just play some games.
Sick.
So yeah.
There's all your information on the motorbike.
Oh, did he post? Where's
it's on the screen.
Oh, thank you. Turbo Gixxer 1000 on methanol, 500 plus horse. Oh, I like it. I guess the taillight was more diamond. The R1s were straight. Yeah, that makes sense. Sick. Build a budget. It's gonna be real hard when there's no parts available. Like spend $50 a week, and you're like,
well, I
shoot,
drove it. Yeah, that'll be interesting. If you want to do mail call, we can get started because I have nothing.
It's for myself. Black Sheep. I can get you anything you need from me.
Is that how it works now? Josh, just whatever you want from Vanquish, I'll get it for you.
I'll do whatever I got to do. All right, you just shut your mouth.
Now, if I was the marketing guy there, this would not fly.
You just have to.
I heard you were putting my desk in place.
Your desk is in place. There's 2 desks actually. It's on the way to being mega desk. I'm just saying.
Whereabouts is it? How close is it to you?
As far away as possible in our facility.
Fantastic. Perfect.
I know.
That's great.
Exactly.
Am I close to anybody?
No. Steve.
No.
So
we're going to need to renegotiate that contract.
I think you'd love Sacramento. What made you choose the beanie tonight?
I'm cold. It's freezing outside. This is a Huff Beanie too. I got this from my friend.
Oh, from your friend with the Toyota things.
He was telling me a great story. I'm sending him that body today. I said, just so you know, I didn't paint the fenders on the outside because I'm not allowed to work with Lexan right now.
Did he question that, or does he
watch
enough of your channel?
He was like, yeah, he goes, that's okay. I can do that. I was like, cool. I think I sent him a picture of the sign too.
Okay. Well, he knows how quirky you are anyway.
And he gets it. He knows what to do. He's got RCs. And he goes, oh yeah, check out this ride that my friend picked up. And I was like, that's pretty cool. What's he gonna? He's gonna do this and that with it. Yeah, he's in the Black Keys. Have you heard of them? It's like, can you be any less awesome? Is it possible for you to not be so cool?
Yeah, I have friends who work in the RC business. Sometimes that sounds cool until people are like, "Oh yeah, my friends are in them."
Hanging out with the Black Keys. Yeah, did you listen to the record I did with them?
It's definitely more fun to talk about at parties. I wish the people at parties were more interested in RC cars. It'd make parties a lot more fun.
Yeah, it would totally.
Because that's all I really want to talk about usually, and people are just like, "Do you watch the football game?"
No,
damn it.
Did you watch me build the truck the other day?
Like, I went to a Black Keys concert the other day. I'm like, I don't know who they are.
Oh, DK's got funny jokes. Jacques Cousteau. Yeah, that's good. I like it. I like it. Here's a question for you in Hollywood.
Josh, today you suggest that Fusion Pro have Phoenix build. If I run a Reef in her servo, do I need a BEC? The 800. Which one is the 8? Does he have a regular 800? He's got the 888, which is a direct power, and he has the Reef Smart 900. I don't know which 800 there would be.
There's a Reef's Raw 800.
Raw 800. You're right. No, you would not need a BEC with that one. You would be good. That one's
recommended, but not required.
Yeah, the BEC inside the Fusion Pro is pretty beefy, actually. So you're actually in good shape. I'm not reading these out loud.
These are from your podcasting.
Yeah. These are from your mom's house. Anyway. So yes, there you go. So anyway, the little bit of mail call that I have.
Yeah, I have none. Zero mail call.
Okay.
This is the first time in 201 episodes that I didn't get anything in a week.
This box showed up the other day from, I imagine he doesn't mind if I say his name, Ben Husson. It is a tube bender setup. Ooh. I don't know if he sells these online or where he sells them. If he has a business name, his return address was just his actual name. But nice little tube bender. It's got some 3D print. The nice thing about it also, it's got this disc on the back side with a little indicator.
Indicators.
And he sends a little protractor degree wheel with it as well. And he sent 2 dies. One's for 3/16 and this one's for 1/8 inch. And I know that because it says 1/8 inch on the side. And he printed it in orange. So I meant to this came, I think it came last Wednesday, but I didn't see it until after. And yeah, so
I like that a lot. That makes so much sense. Ben, if you do sell those, I want to buy one.
And would like to tell people where they come from, if people can get them. So that would be super helpful. If you sent me a message and I didn't know what it was or something like that, I apologize. And again, we'd just like to be able to say where to get them. So,
like it. And
he has them posted on Etsy, Barry says. We're one step closer. Yes. Anyway, if we could have a little bit more info on that. There we go. I would buy one, making inner cages way fast. Absolutely. It's a very similar design to the one I use now. The one I use now, though, is super hard to get. So if there was a super easy to get one like this one, then I would like to say that.
Yes, please.
So anyway, please, if anybody has that information, I'd like to pass it on.
Send us the link. It's available. That would be very helpful.
So anyway, yes, thank you. Let's see if we can get that. And then, like I said, Gunar was here moments ago.
Dropped off some meat.
dropped off some meat. He goes, "Hey, I got some jerky that's close to expiration date that I can't sell. I'm gonna drop that by." That's like, yes. So I've got some original, some hot meat sticks. Love it. Some that's hot beef jerky. Ooh, sea salt.
Josh, don't feel special. All of them are printed in orange.
Whatever.
Oh, it doesn't deliver to Canada.
So
Ridge.
thank you to Gunar. Also, he had doubled up and bought 2 of the Super 510 Kaido houses by accident.
Nice.
So he dropped that off. And then all at once this week, because Matt's rule, this Gunar found these on Temu. It's the OGRC +5 axles that I'm running on my SCX24. And he's got 2 sets here. So
Great.
there we go. I'm just saying, Matt, I'm ordering all my chassis parts out of titanium.
For what?
For the tires and wheels for the SCX24. Chassis and wheels. Okay. Just saying. If you wanted to get in on that order, I was going to offer it up. But
why would I want to do that?
Slim's custom is that the
Here, I put the link in the chitter chatter.
Yay, thank you, Matt. Can we?
It's only got 3 left.
You only posted that. Oh, you posted on both of ours. Thank you very much.
You
put
are welcome.
My own user in timeout. I'm going to pin that. There you go.
Temu reached out to me.
Did they really?
By the way. Yeah, they've got some new promotion. They want to try to break a bit more into the North American market. They've got an ad coming up, and they're looking for influencers to help. So I'm trying to figure out how we can make this work well for the channel.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I actually have the thumbnail already figured out. It'll be this. And the title will be, I built this RC on Temu.
I mean, it will be watched.
It will be watched. Yeah.
I have many concerns.
So do I.
Many concerns. I would like to know what kind of budget. Okay. I'm scared.
I bet you I can get it all done for under 500 easily.
I would charge them 4 times that.
No. To build the truck.
I understand that. I would ask for 4 times that in payment in return.
No. Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. I'll talk to them. We'll see what's up.
Yeah. Sold out.
Yeah. Not surprised. Well, he only had 3 left when I checked. So
okay. When more pop up, we need to, and I apologize. Dana, can you repost the Gunar thing for me?
I didn't even need to sticky it because, and then you lose 50K in identity theft.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Dana. Much appreciated. I'll pin that. As we satisfiedjerky.com, the jerky that I showed here. Save yourself 10% by using the hashtag stuff my meat in your mouth over on Satisfied Jerky.
So good.
Yeah.
Love it. Was that all your mail call?
That's all my mail call, I think.
I didn't.
Other than I would like to show the biggest mail call that I had. But there's problems because it's no longer together. Joe dropped off the Red Cat hauler to me, and I was like, I'm going to install the lowering kit thing that I have. And then I went to install it, and I somehow lost the specialty servo horns that are required for it.
That's a real shame.
Yeah. And so it's a good thing we just had Oscar on because I had a little poll with him then. I sent Oscar a message. I said, Oscar, can I have some more of those servo horns? I'm an
Hey,
idiot.
remember when we had you on the show?
I didn't say that they were missing from the. I said that I lost them. I'm sure
you definitely did.
There's no
chance. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely lost them.
I was like, "What are these for? I'm not going to need these." And then 10 minutes later, I was like, "Oh wait, I need those." Slim and Hunter's Adventures. There he is, right there. I'll get more on the store later this week. I have to print parts. Any color but orange, please.
Keep up with the orange. Slim and Hunter's Adventures. Thank you again for sending that. I imagine you sent me a message before, but maybe you didn't say exactly what it was. Here is the cab of the hauler that Moose Jaw did. It looks so freaking good. I started filming on it last night. And yeah, he did such a good job on this thing.
Yeah, it looks really good.
He put this
Did you start with the red or the blue? You started with the blue, right?
Yeah. No, red.
Oh, you started with the red.
Red, yeah. He painted it teal because there's some teal showing through. Yeah, it looks fantastic. Such a good job.
Very nice.
Did you mask around these tread plate things, Moose Jaw, or how did those get done?
Probably. That's what I did.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, which you are obviously a stranger to.
I'd have peeled those off and painted right over that, Moose Jaw.
Jeez. Yeah, you wouldn't have even peeled it off. You would have just painted it.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, I know you.
The other portion of it is here.
Oh, nice.
Where's that dirt? A little bit of dirt in that corner back there. So he did such a nice job. Put some lettering, put one of the speed shops out of Omaha, Nebraska, near my home residence. This thing is a huge pain in the butt to work with.
Oh, yeah. It's
so
a real
big.
Have you put the light kit in that one yet?
It's right here.
Have fun.
Right?
It's a real pain in the ass.
Oh my goodness.
Should I go get mine? You guys have all seen mine. I don't need to go get it, do I?
It's like, this looks like such a pain in the ass to put the lights in.
It is.
Why do you scale nerds do this stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know why we do anything.
Sorry, I gotta go back up here for a second. Josh Splenlove, a divorced TKs with dig would be rad. Any chance you make a front cover for the VFD TK? Honestly, I would just take the whole VFD, cut the top shaft, drill another hole, and then you can just divorce it if you wanted. Otherwise, I don't like the divorced T-case style. I see no purpose of it. Like, most full-size rigs are not divorced. So I don't support it. Don't like it. Anyway.
Oh, they want me to go get it. I'll go get it.
Go get it. Hardvark Spleen. I'm not reading these messages out loud. Goddamn ridiculous. Anyway, hey everyone, got my Radio Master MT12 today. Dave Zilla says that it's or Davzilla. Is it all the Dave or just the Dav? I'm not really sure. I'm having Zilla. It just says Dav though. Is this the same one? Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure it is. God, this thing is so big.
Doesn't Dave Zilla do the speedrun stuff local to you?
Yeah.
So I could absolutely see him doing that because of the range built-in ability. Yeah. That looks properly good as well.
The wood on the bed is the best.
And yours is from True North RC, which Joe said that he got as well, or it has coming. He said he's going to pre-weather it before he sends it to me because I don't think he trusts me to weather it.
Yeah, because you suck.
Your white trim looks fantastic as well. I'll give you that.
Thank
well.
you. Thank you. The black wheels, black on black, baby. And then this is, I did paint it red. Can you see that?
Oh, because yours was blue?
No, the back, well, mine was blue, yes. But the back portion was black, but I painted it red and then weathered it.
Seems
like a very dark red. The Volvo looks good on the back there too, though.
It does. It absolutely does.
Oh, now I don't know where to put it. My arms.
Had to find some way to get a freaking drift car in here.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think Dave Zell was saying he got the ELRS version, which that would be the version with the max range. So it makes the most. I've got range. This one is the ELRS. I've got the Horn one down there as well. But I don't know yet. I'm wondering which one I'm going to find myself using more.
You'll probably use the 4-in-1 more.
Maybe. But anything new, I'll probably just put ELRS receivers in. So,
well, because they're $10.
So, and I went through and I also looked at all of the ability to bind multiple receivers. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can have like 32 channels.
Yeah, which I'm not 100% sure how that all. I know you can. 16 channels is the normal max, but you use 2 receivers, and one is 1 through 8, the other is 9 through 16. Either way, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so I don't need that many channels, though. I don't know what I would use those for. Jeremiah Sauer, thank you very much. Well, I sold my VS410 rig. I'm sticking to one rig rule. That's ridiculous.
What?
The VRD RTR.
If you could only have one RC car, what would it be?
I mean, it would have to be a comp truck for me. If I could only have one, competing is what I love. It would be a new one every week.
Okay, let's say there was some kind of stupid rule, and they were like, we're not allowed to make RC cars anymore. That's it. We're done manufacturing them. This is all there is ever going to be. You can only have one.
You hurt my heart a little bit. So it has to already exist, and I have to own just that one.
Forever.
It's my Woods Runner.
No, that's not manufactured. It has to be.
Well, it's my VS410 Pro. My Woods Runner VS410 Pro.
Okay.
Yeah,
VS410. VS410 Pro, or maybe Phoenix. I'd say.
Yeah. For me, it's my Pro.
And if it's one that I've made, Porsche.
Yeah, it's my Porsche. Yeah. Scale and performance.
Boost, thank you very much. Took all body bits off, panels, and all disassembled and painted individually. Donuts I had made before getting to work before you.
He did bring donuts. He brought donuts. I think I had one for sure, and I'm not sure who else did. But then they went to the girls' room, and they did not share with anybody else. They're like, these are ours.
Well, because they thought those were for them. Yeah,
they were right.
Yep.
So,
not the Mercury, Matt. No.
Oh, you know what? We should discuss that a little bit more since you brought it up to me in our chat.
You mean this one right here?
Just dropped the die. Anyway, sorry. Yes, that one. That's a fine looking model right there, though.
Great looking model. Great looking model.
Yes.
I love Jeeps with Toyota axles. That's my favorite thing.
And at least the pumpkin's on the right side. No.
Well,
it's on the right side. It's not on the correct side.
Yeah, it's not a driver's side.
Anyway, how did the conclusion of the
I recorded
assembly-
that last night.
Oh, you did? Is it going to go on?
Well, I didn't record the assembly. No, it's going to be a review part 2. Like, this is the end.
How call it, how much pussyfooting around did you do? The point that
None.
You didn't. You didn't pull any punches, as they say.
Correct. If you're looking, I think I put it best by saying, I'll put a link down below. If after everything I've just said, you've chosen to ignore.
Did you open with that?
No, I opened with. I'm spoiling all of best jokes. I opened with.
All these people
I
are
put
gonna
this
watch
together, so you don't have to.
Oh.
It was not. And I do have to put the disclaimer on that a lot of this was built without the proper manual. Which
that's not true.
What?
That nobody got the proper manual, so you got the proper manual.
No, that's all of the trucks that are out there are pre-release.
That's not a
single
thing.
one.
When people have them, that's the release.
Josh,
Regular
they
customer.
are pre-order right now. It's not a real release. Anybody that's got one has gotten one through Killer Body. I am almost positive of that.
I don't think that's correct.
Okay, fine. If that's not correct, then this is a huge mistake. There's a lot of weirdness. One weirdness is the way in which the shifting of the differential lock works or doesn't. Very specific servos are required. You're reading that super chat, aren't you? Okay. Very specific size micro and mini servos are required. And if you don't have exactly the one size that they reference, I was like, I've got lots of small servos. Surely this will work. No.
You got the correct size?
I don't know. Possibly.
Oh okay.
Like, I mean, in terms of the dimensionally, yes, it's the right one, but it didn't fit.
Oh my God.
There were no instructions for the rear link setup because the instruction manual is for the Land Cruiser, so it has the leaf spring setup for the manual. What else? The dampers, like the shocks. There's the coilover, and then there is a shock.
Right.
It's not a shock, though. It's just a cylinder with another piece that goes inside of that, and there is no damping provided.
There is no resistance.
There's no resistance. So, and you have to install the limit straps. Otherwise, it will cycle beyond that point, and then the two halves will come apart.
Oh, even better.
What else? It says on the box, highly recommended to use 2S batteries only. And that makes me very nervous when I see that, because it makes me think this is less of an actual vehicle that's meant to drive and more of a model that happens to be an RC car.
Yeah, it's honestly, that's from the other one that I had got to be around. It's like, it broke in 5 minutes in my living room. And normally that comes from people that I do not trust when they say that. You know, normally it's like, I was just driving it in the grass and it caught on fire. And
I took it to a skate park and the battery exploded.
Yeah, I also I felt a little close to home.
Right. Yeah, well, it should. Also, in regards to the battery size, I don't have a battery that will fit the size of the battery tray.
You know what? It feels
Also,
like
if you were to put an interior in it, which there is an interior available, I don't have it, but you would have to find another place for all of the electronics, which there's limited space under the hood because of how tight the fenders are. Like the inner fenders don't have a lot of space in there.
right.
It's 10th scale, so it is smaller than everything else. I mean, it looks frigging awesome. It looks great. But with like all of that, like no damping, it's very toy-like.
Slightly hilarious to see it sitting on top of that Traxxas. Like when you lean back, I
mean, this is a high trail. So
no, I know. I'm just looking at body to body though. Like like the side of the door is the size of the entire height of that Gladiator. Now,
right.
And I think that people don't appreciate how big of a truck the Gladiator is. Like it's a big truck.
Or how manly it is.
Real world. I mean, it could be a 1 ton. Just
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
it's tough.
Yeah. I have an MT12 coming Saturday. Is it easy to cut the throttle power 50 spent? It is simple to do once you understand where to do it. And then, yes, once you understand that, you'll understand a lot more about it. It is very easy to do once you decipher things. We's multiple receivers and airplanes for multiple wings for the trucks. It would be nice if trailers. Oh, that would be fully reasonable. It could absolutely do that.
Yeah.
For like a winch or a light controller, I guess. I mean, trailers never have lights that work in my experience. So that in the full size world. No,
certainly not the ones on the side of the road near your workshop or near your shop.
Even in most of my life experience, for some reason, the trailer lights never freaking worked. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's just me. With a name like that, I can't take that comment seriously.
How about this one?
Oh, sorry.
How about this one?
Dart.
Tanian.
Shut it. Love the show as always. Any plans to release are the VRD inner? Yes, I need to do that. The problem is I looked at them and I've got a couple of I have one that's made for Lex Inter that you could just cut and trim and put up there, but I had made that for a Coyote body, so I need to make it for the stance body at least and get those up.
There's BRD Inter Fenders, eh?
Well, I had made them it was my comp truck, so I had made Lex Inter Fenders for it.
Oh, I see.
And cut them on my CNC because it'd be way easier than cutting them with scissors. So
I don't trust you with scissors anyway.
And then,
so watch for
explain. You're wasting your money. I'm not reading your damn super chat.
It's so funny. I will do that review on that truck, sort of like the second half of the live stream there where I built it. That will come out hopefully Saturday or sooner. Maybe Friday. Your audio's gone.
The next time that I have a feeling about a truck like that, because I knew that this was coming from that one. The next time, would you allow me to purchase you some sort of live blood pressure monitor that you could wear and stream?
Yes.
So that
would be a great idea. What was I going to say? Something about that. Oh, the other thing. You know how it comes like the fan and the belts and everything on the front of the motor to hide the electric motor?
Right.
You can't run those with the Gladiator version because the overhang is much shorter than it is with the Land Cruiser 70 series. So it uses a different set of front mounts, which moves the servo mount right tight up against that 540 can motor. So you have to lose all the scale elements of the front of the motor. Gone.
Yes.
It's I got my Mercury kit today. No instructions at all. Great. Well, they do have a really handy. Oops, 10 o'clock. They do have a really handy, like 10-minute time lapse video of the build that they sent me, which isn't. It's not totally not helpful, but I wouldn't say it's totally helpful. Yeah.
My CNC router is a Stepcraft D600, which is a very nice CNC router because it's lead screw rather than belt. But for most people, even for a lot of what I do, it's not necessarily needed. A standard X-carve, Shapeco, things like that. You could be up and running parts for less than $1,500, and which is incredibly handy and not much different in price than 3D printers that we buy these days. So yeah.
Art, I'm saying that definitely the Gladiator body was an afterthought. Yeah, no. This one. Well, you'd be really disappointed to know in that first video, I do assemble the front assembly as the Land Cruiser assembly because I had no idea it wasn't supposed to be that.
As far as how I hold material down, I just use double-sided woodworker's tape. It's very easy. It comes off clean. I just pull a piece in the back, stick it to the bed, and
lick it, stick it. See you later. Bye.
Art Park explain.
Okay, what's this stupid podcast called so everybody can appreciate?
Called Your Mom's House.
Is it just like?
It's very inappropriate.
Oh boy!
Do not listen. It's Tom Segura and his wife. Tom Segura, very famous.
Oh, very yeah.
But he wasn't always. I was listening when they were in their apartment in the Heights, and fans of the Your Mom's House are called mommies, which is absolutely ridiculous. They call people G. Have you ever like tried to start listening to a podcast that's popular and it's like so many inside jokes? So you're like, I don't understand what this is talking about.
So you have to go back to the beginning.
It can. Good luck with that. But you gotta just power through, and you'll pick up on the jokes later and keep going because it's amazing and hilarious, and they're both great.
How many seasons are there? Oh, there's not them. Oh, yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
Episode 698. Holy cow! How often do they put these out?
I think now, might just be once a week now. I can't remember. It depends.
How do they have time for this?
Yeah.
Oh wait, we do a 2-hour show every week.
Yeah. Well, they're famous comedians, and we are not. We are not even comedians, let alone.
No, we are not. We are not comedians.
We are not funny nor famous. So
yeah. All right. Well, I will follow this.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me by the podcast. Like
I judge you on a lot of things.
Couldn't get lower. I know. I agree.
All right. All right.
Thanks to you two fellas. Just ordered my X1 Carbon. Can't wait to just print parts and not set up a printer for an hour. Yes. That, and you know, I came from a Prusa, which didn't take much setup either. Other than the 8 hours of building. So I take that back a little bit. But I've also bought pre-assembled Prusas. And that printer just still worked fantastic. It did great. The prints looked amazing. But it's not like this one.
Yeah, nothing is like this one.
It really isn't. So
anybody who's like, I mean, if you are on a budget, I am sure that there are nice budget printers out there and you won't mind doing a lot of fiddling.
Or if you're just the tinkering, you have the touch, like if you want it to be your hobby part of it is tinkering and improving and upgrading parts, you can buy a $249 printer and make it do amazing things.
That is right. However, if you just want to print anything,
for our hobby at least.
Get a Bamboo X1 carbon.
AMS is super not. It's a luxury. It's not needed. It's a luxury.
Yeah,
So.
you do not need it, but I use it a lot.
I don't know.
Not everyone can afford a Bamboo. That's totally right, Big Mountain. You're not
that's
wrong.
Exactly right.
That's what we're saying, though.
Like, you can just get, if you don't have a 3D printer and you can't afford a X1 carbon, buy a printer still. Buy a cheap printer.
Ender. Get an Ender.
For one, you're going to learn a lot about it that way.
Yes. Yeah.
And either way, get a printer no matter what. I have a ton of free files. You can print and print and print, and you'll learn a ton. And you can blah, blah, blah. And then you can.
I watched Hollywood. I watched the first 5 minutes of Holmes's video on the X1 Carbon just to see if he liked it or not. And he does.
I watched Holmes as well. He is printing to the max volume in PETG, which is curling his stuff a little bit. It's a very specific use case that he is having some issue with, which is viable. I will say that it's not something that I am ever running into because of my use cases here. For normal RC parts and RC things like that,
not an issue for me.
Beyond that, though, yes, Holmes is. I mean, he's printing. He said he's printing within, I think, a 1/2 or 1/10 of a millimeter of max dimension, and like,
I was like, holy cow, okay. I've never even gotten close to that.
Yeah, no, I'm not either, because I'm only doing this stuff. But Jeremiah Salver, thanks, sir. My 1975 Ford Ranchero was more of a truck. I'm hiding that already. No. What foams come in the VRD RTR? I plan to just run it stock. It comes with the dual stage foams already, the good ones. So no need to worry about that. Matt, YouTube Tom Segura basketball. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a pretty good video.
I'm a fan of Tom, so you don't have to convince me of that.
So
I like Tom Segura. He's funny. Fun.
Let's see. I have 8 Bamboo printers in total and cover every machine they offer.
Wow,
A1 series amazing for the money. That's interesting. I don't know anybody with the A1, I guess. Well, other than
neither do I, actually.
DSM, which I don't necessarily know personally. We've emailed, but that's about it.
Hell of a guy.
And I have nothing to gain by telling you to get one, other than I think that if you do get one, you'll be happy, and then you'll trust my opinion, because that's all. I don't do the affiliate stuff. I don't do anything like that. Matt does. Matt is a paid shill. Matt is a bought man. He's untrustworthy.
I was purchased a long time ago.
But no, neither of us have links in the description. None of that.
Not in this description.
Not in this description. Not where you are current. But if you go to one of other, and if you do decide to
go to any of my other videos,
and if you do decide, go to one of Matt's other ones, because he and I split the profits, actually.
Yep. We're both getting rich off printer sales too, let me tell you. I'm about this close to being able to quit my job.
Yeah, and come work for Vanquish.
I'm telling you, if I will do it remotely right now.
No, I don't need remote. I need to not spend so much.
What do you need me there for? What am I going to do differently?
This is
annoyed.
This is a question that does come up regularly, and the reason what we're talking about is that, and we talked about it on Tuesday. Vanquish is looking for 3, call it key employees. We need a marketing person, we need another designer, and we need another machinist. And well, obviously, machinist needs to be in-house, so there's no point discussing that. Designer wise, we have a lot of people like, I would like to do that remote. Like, well, no, because like some remote time, sure, would be possible, but we need, because if it's not remote, then it means things are in the office having to be organized, and like we already are out of time to do as much as nobody knows what I do. I don't have any freaking time left either. So we need that, all of that part of it to be taken off the plate and given to somebody else. So like that's the problem. We need somebody to just be in the office and handle all the things. Someone's coming into us, say, hey, you need this, do this, do that. That is why. In the office at least 3 days a week.
All right. Well, I'll start commuting.
Yeah, perfect. You better be home on Wednesday, though, because we have a live show to do. There's not enough room in here except for a lady. There's enough room for a lady.
Oh, sure. There's enough room for a lady to sit.
Actually, John Holmes sat next to me in here once, too. So
yeah, and we did a live stream together in Colorado. From
not here. Different couch. But I'm saying in this room.
It's a casting couch. Probably at one point, probably was.
Listen, there is no job, actually, guys. We're just discussing this. I don't know what we're talking about. This is
hey, if I'm putting this into an SCX-10.3,
yes,
it goes this way.
Yes, yes.
And then I trim away this
one piece. There's 2 posts underneath of that. You trim away one of them, and I point to it in my video. It will also be obvious when it goes in there. So
just one of them?
Yes, one of the 2. You see there's a hole on the bottom of that mount for the other one.
Yes.
Knock the support material out of it, though, because it's probably still in there, isn't it?
No, I took it out.
Okay.
For this on the X1 Carbon. Look at that.
Josh was
nice.
So he keeps showing up at 10 or 11.
Yes. Yeah. You guys know what's up. Josh is not a hard worker.
Yes, I absolutely am.
During the day. I've been there so many times, and he's more concerned about what's for lunch when he gets in at 11:30.
I get in slightly after 9, 9:05 to 9:10.
9:30 for 10.
I used to get in at 8:30 every day, and everyone was always like, Josh doesn't get here till 9. I'm like, fine, I'm going to show up at 9 now. And now it's like 9:05. Like, this is getting out of hand. I'll get a work text sometimes. I'm replying, and it's like 8:05, but I'm still in bed. If you ever text me at 8:05 and you get a response, just know I'm in my boxers. Whoever you are that I'm replying to.
That's me. That's always me. I'm always texting you in the morning because RC stuff happens in the morning.
Yes, it does.
Here. Can I take this out?
Shit, I'm showing 9 to design tiny trucks.
That's good. Hard worker when he shows up. Yeah, it's true.
I am reliably there. I wasn't there today, but that's Nicole's fault.
She doing okay?
I don't know. I haven't checked on her in a while. She's probably fine.
Priorities. This show.
She had a small procedure scheduled, but she can't do anything. She can't lift anything for like 4 weeks. She'll be fine.
She'll be all right.
She'll be fine.
Should be all right. Just fine.
She was trying to lift something though right before the show, and I'm like, no. She's like, what? I'm like, you can't lift that.
Stop lifting
like,
things.
They said it during the post-op. It's like, they did? I'm like, yeah, and you asked them the same question 9 times.
Oh, the drugs were hit.
Laying on the floor. Can you imagine Nicole's surprise though when she's been passed out on the couch since we get home, right? And she wakes up and it's just Gunnar standing there. Hey, Gunnar's here. Tony, I always end up getting the phone answered while you're brushing your teeth. Tony's at the shop already being like, hey, do you know where the I'm like, yeah, it's I'll be there in an hour.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've disassembled an SCX-10.3.
It's kind of a pain in the ass. Like, you get that link mount out, you got to separate the frame rails and pull
Pain in the ass. It's just...
Did you drop her off like at the Nutcracker? Kind of.
Yeah.
I did not stay at the center the whole time, but they have text updates. It's amazing what technology can do.
Is it like she made it through LOL?
Yeah. Sup, fam?
Yeah.
Your girl's almost done.
Dead ass, she alive.
We had some people in town one time who, we'll just say, were not native English speakers. And we were giving them a tour of the facility. And Jim, Ripper Machinist, for real.
Yes. For real.
Jim,
on God.
We're giving him a tour of the facility, and he's explaining some of the things that we do to try and maintain accuracy. He goes, and we set this machine up like this 7 years ago, and it's still dead nuts. And they kind of look, and I'm like, like,
they're not
dead
gonna
nuts,
know what that means.
Dead nuts does not translate. They probably know both of those words, but
not together in that order.
no, there is no dead nuts in that. I'm like, it's still just like right on. Like, oh, like, yeah.
There's another one. No cap.
That tour was bussing.
Where'd that?
I hope that you're listening or watching the video version of this podcast. So yeah.
Oh man. That's great. This is so good. I love this show. I love doing this show. It's such a good time here.
Yes.
That procedure is on fleek.
You know the one that gets me all the time now is ION. The
ION?
Yeah, like ION. Like how's it used amongst the youths? It's someone used it as they do.
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, I get it. I don't even know. Yeah.
So
what was one of my other editors who's like younger than us?
Wedding.
He was saying something. What was he saying? Something like that. Yes. I don't even know.
Oh no.
I don't even know.
Give me a second. Otherwise, I'm gonna show my belly button.
Oh, I forgot to tell everybody the great news. I have to wait until Josh comes back because this is super important. This goes back far into the annals of the history of this show. Get your headphones on. Okay, so you remember last year how I had to cut this hole in here to get it warm in here, right?
Yes, sure do.
Cut a hole in there, dummy. What? Because the furnace that they installed here 3 years ago is very high efficiency. So it's a small unit, pumps out a lot of BTUs. We've got a large house though, and it's drafty at best.
Humble brag.
for Toronto standards, we have a big house. It's like 800 square feet. No, it doesn't matter. It's like over 3 floors plus the basement. So humble brag again. The toilets are on the inside. And I've always had this problem with the furnace where it would just like go into this error code 33, which is basically a limit switch cutoff. For real. Yeah. Hello, fellow youths. So it would cap it into this limit switch and it would go off. And if it did that 3 times in a row, the next time it just shuts off entirely. And yeah, it's the PC load letter of the HVAC world. Absolutely.
Try not to just laugh through your entire story. Keep going.
Okay. So I've been dealing with this, and like, you know, you'd wake up in the middle of the night and it would be like near freezing in the house because the furnace had turned off when it got super cold. Yes, showers inside. Yeah, because this is a contained space. This is contained space. The rest of you're spitting. God dang. All right.
Keep going. Your story's great.
Anyway, I've been having problems with it just shutting off, and it just hits that limit switch because it thinks it's too hot inside the furnace, and it shuts down, and it ruins my life because I have to get up in the middle of the night and turn the furnace off, turn it back on again, and like it goes through this cycle like every hour in the middle of the dead of winter. And it's infuriating. And I've had people out to try to look at it, and they're like, oh, well, we got to switch this out. We switch that out. And they do that. Nothing changes. It's been driving me crazy. So finally, I'm like, well, we've done everything we can to the furnace. It's got to be the thermostat. So it's a Nest that we have, and it's absolute garbage because I replaced it with an Ecobee or an Ecobee.
Yeah.
And now everything works flawlessly. It's perfect. It's way hotter in the house all the time. I don't have to like crank it to like 25 degrees Celsius. It just works. And I can't believe I've gone 3 years with this.
See, that's why I could never live in Canada, because Nicole would still set it to 70.
Yeah.
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 Whew. Thank you.
Yeah. Nest garbage. Yep.
Okay. I'm good. Yes, I took off the gate for the
so hot.
The Gately hoodie. Bobby is a friend of mine. His shop is right near our shop in a slightly sketchier but still sketchy area in its own way. Anyway, it's no, Bobby's awesome. I go over there and
Bubba's crap RC videos. Thank you. Funds to replace missing top button on your shirt. No, it's there. I've got 2.
He's got extra buttons. He's got extra buttons underneath just in case.
Yeah. This still does up all the way. Yeah. No problem. There we go. Oh man.
So yeah,
It's fixed. This is like a whole new. I'm living my best life now. I don't have to get up at 3 a.m. to turn the furnace back on.
Yeah, our furnace had been acting a little. It was just a flame rod needed cleaning, standard operating procedure.
Yeah, the old flame rod.
That was it was, wake up and be like, it's so cold. Granted, it'd be like,
yeah, you don't know what cold is like.
No, it'd be like 64, which I don't know.
So like 18.
I don't know.
19. I don't even know.
Do you know this one, Matt?
No, I don't know that one.
We probably have different Instagram feeds then. One pops up on mine quite a bit.
Oh, is that like a name for a lady?
Sometimes, kind of, in a way.
GY. I'll just look it up.
Yeah. You'll have to use the Urban Dictionary on that one. But, so anyway, we've got a. Can we talk a little bit about last week? We didn't talk about buggy stuff because we had Oscar on.
Oh yeah, right. We got to talk about buggy stuff.
We couldn't get off topic at the time, but we've got a last half hour of the show here.
Yep.
So
might as well waste it.
Might as well, So anyway, buggy stuff. Matt and I are both going to build some WRC Rock buggies.
But how this is going to work this time is Josh is going to do all the work again.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do, I'm just going to assemble a few things and then show up.
Yeah. There is an event happening in June in Colorado. And it's going to be a fabulous time.
It's going to be no cap, for real, on God, a great event.
So we're going to start working on that here soon. And somehow I've agreed that, yes, I will build Matt's cage.
But just for one of the trucks.
Just for one, because there's 3 classes in this series as well. They're labeled Class 1. No, it's Pro Mod. One, either way, I don't know. There's 3 names, and they don't sound too bad. Anyway, Matt is going to run basically what is Class 1 and Class 2. And then I am going to run Class 2 and Class 3.
So that way, both of us are guaranteed to at least win one class between the two of us.
Yeah, it's like we're obviously going to win. And if we're in the same, then it's only one of us. So
yeah, this is easier.
So I am going to build Matt's Class 2 cage. At least most of it.
Most of it. He's going to tack it together, and I might do some brazing.
I'll weld up most of the cage, but none of the little detail stuff. And I'll get him the detail things so that he can braze those in. Then he can add any of the other little details that he wants. So that's the.
And that way we both have a car that is the same, like we did with the Porsche.
Because that was fun, and
fun.
It'll still allow me to send Matt, designs for whether it be interior stuff or motor things, all of those, and so that was a super fun project last time, and I'd like to do that again.
Yes, and we're going to the same state.
Yes, we're going back to Colorado. This is going to kind of be our nationals for this year, though.
Yeah, I think so, because I haven't heard anything in regards to anything else.
And if there is, I don't like.
Time is running out.
The time is running out, and if it got announced for May today,
no chance.
There's to do what we did last time, and absolutely kill myself. Like that was
a lot of work for you.
It was a lot of work for me. So
it was a lot of stress for me waiting for you to get the stuff done so I could put the car together.
Yeah.
It's like, man, Josh, I better get on this.
Yeah, like we're running out of time, man. You better work on some of this other important stuff. I'm like, nope, I'm going to spend 60 hours on this engine model that doesn't do anything.
Gets us 1 point. One.
It's an option.
That's an option. That could be fun.
It would be fun for Matt to be in there not doing anything with the rest of us. Like, yeah, Josh, is mine done too? Because these guys are getting things done. So, it is definitely an option. Trying to decide that because I've got the cage design done, I just have to do jigs and shock mounts. Those are the big things. So yeah, titanium. But Josh has left at the fact that
that's how you're going to get me.
Right, exactly. To show up like, haha, sucker. No,
It's so small.
The question here, titanium or SS. So normally it's either titanium or DOM steel, just regular plain carbon steel. And Matt's will 100% be steel because he needs to be able to braze other things and whatnot. That was the same situation on the Porsche. His was steel, as far as the cage went, and my cage was titanium. Although the cages didn't weigh all that much different. It was a pretty small amount. So but I don't know. I don't know if I'll do mine in titanium or not. I have not decided. I have enough titanium. It does really make expenses higher. Like
we all know, Josh, you usually do build to a budget. So
I think your thin cut thin parts for the Porsche were like $60.
Yeah.
Or less. I don't remember. It was not very much. And I think mine were like $360.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah. That was a little spicy.
It is. And part of why, and I think you bought 2 sets and I bought 2 sets. It was like I always buy 2 of everything I need just in case.
Just in case.
And, not having to. So, yeah.
Didn't end up needing them, but it's fine.
Yeah, I didn't end up needing them either. But, yeah, So, that's the thought. If the whole doing another build along thing is definitely an option. The cage design that I've used and how I have everything built around is built directly around a VRD carbon. I use the VRD carbon layout, because the Porsche is a VRD carbon with the skid laid flat. But beyond that, that's what that car is. The only time I don't call it a car, it's a car. Anyway, so it was built off of that. So it's basically the same sort of base, and that's when that's where everything is laid. So it's going to be an easy donor build. You just buy that, and then you're going to swap everything over from it into it, and it's basically going to be what you want anyway. Now, the only caveat is that 4-wheel steer is going to be pretty common in class 2 and 3.
Yes.
So you would still need a rear axle. But what's another $100 between friends? But I think that it would also make a perfect, for most people, a standard front steer only buggy is a great idea. So
yeah. We will save a ton of money on silicone molds this time. That's true. Jim.
Oh my God. The silicone cost from last year. Oh,
silicone. God,
I fix heaters for work. Don't call me. I charge so much you'll be walking for days. Aardvark, can I call you if I need more than just figuring out how to, make sure the flame rods work?
Got some other things you need. Some other
One Night Pro Mod is a no rear steer class, and that is the class that Matt is going to enter.
Yes.
Because he can take a frame rail car and braze a cage on top of it, which he's more than capable of. And
which is exactly what I'm going to do.
Well, that's 100% the way to go as well for you.
Yeah. Super easy.
You can grab you can just grab a Scale Metal Supplies frame rail set. You could buy a regular VS410, whatever it is, and just go from there.
Put something with leaf springs on it.
You could build an F toy. Those are pretty basic.
That's exactly what I was going to do. I have built an F toy.
Have you built an F toy?
Yeah, I built one on a Bruiser chassis.
That's pretty appropriate.
That's about as accurate as it gets.
Yeah. Did you just post the photos onto a actual bulletin board of that build?
Yeah, of course. just a question for you. Do I have to lose the motor cover when I do this?
What are you doing?
In the SCX-103 VFV? No?
No.
You sure? You sure about that?
No.
You sure about that?
I'm not sure about it. But the little cross brace in the front will fit.
Okay.
It's very close, but it fits just fine.
All
Just fine like.
All right.
He used analog Pinterest. Yeah.
I did.
He went down to the VW and he
it was I think I posted it on the Scale Builders Guild forum, if I'm honest. It should be there.
Does Matt have a box of push pins within reach? Great question. That's an old schooly question.
No.
Nope. We found it.
That's the one thing I do not have.
So Eddie's RC says that it stays just a little trim for the spur, and that is based on running a 56 tooth spur, which is the advised one. So yeah.
What are you giggling about now?
You missed it, but it was on your channel.
I still have it here.
What?
Leave Matt's vision board alone.
Yeah, that's exactly
that one.
Nope, that was the one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the flesh-colored silicone parts.
Did I lose audio again? No.
You're there. Okay. Hello.
That is going to be our plan. The event in Colorado is, I think it's just called like the We Are C-Rock event. It is going to be limited to 30 drivers per class. I don't know how fast that will fill up or not. It is June 7th, 8th, and 9th. The competition is on the 8th and 9th. So yes.
Of June?
Yes.
Okay. Better put some dates in my calendar.
Better write down some dates.
Oh, it's only January. Okay.
Yeah. We got almost 5 months. But yeah, so it is currently an invitational event where they're asking you to provide what you're going to be running, so that things like,
so you don't show up with like an X-Max.
Yeah, or they want buggies that look scale. This is about scale this time, and is more so than Sorka even.
Yeah, it's true.
Drivers
much more than Sorka.
While not required, they're basically required, because if you don't run a driver, you have to. The cages have to be metal. So, well, and they don't have to be metal, but again, if you don't, you end up with a penalty point so hefty that it's not really worth. So, yes, you need.
Yeah, it's a big penalty. It was like what? Like
it's like 60 points,
40 or something.
Yeah, 40 or 60 or whatever it is. So, like,
they really want you doing it.
They really want you building a metal cage, putting in a driver figure. Ugh. And not one of the driver figures that I ran last year. It has to be
it can't be a skeleton.
No skeletons. I know. Ridiculous.
How will you function? How will you survive?
Could a Vanquish Ripper be converted to We Rock specs? It could. You just need to put a full depth interior in, ideally, which many people have done. Yeah, and then you would be good. You could run that in the Pro Mod chassis or Pro Mod class even, and it would all be reasonable. This is the Monocle Tiny Truck League for fancy lads.
I say, that is not.
Take a skeleton and wrap it like a mummy. Ooh, that's what we can use the silicone we had from last year and mold our own around the skeleton.
Oh, great idea.
I
see what the problem is here. All right.
Yeah.
figuring this out.
I'm waiting for him to say action figure. Dolls.
Driver man. Driver cutter.
Bo and Luke, Cutter.
Cutter. No, Cutter.
Keith,
Rick, Keith,
Mike,
and Mike.
Yeah. Would your old class 1 work? Which one was my old class 1, Eric? Can you remind me? I've had some class 1s. Oh, no, I need more information. I don't remember. So speaking of drivers, what are people using in the CJ7? From what I've seen, most people are using terrible options.
Very small.
The worst. They've looked, for one, I think that most of the time driver figures look terrible. And from most of the photos that I've seen of what most people are using, no difference. They still look awful.
Don't worry. There's a good one coming.
Like a real one?
Well, what do you mean by real?
Like
it's going to be a great option.
That drops right in there. Like it can be
that drops right in.
Does that mean I have to paint it? I'm out.
Well, obviously you're out, but
he's going to look like a coal
everybody
miner.
Else.
I'm going to paint his eyes white from there. Coal miner.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put another one.
It's going to be good.
That'll be the daughter. So,
do you have to run a stubby on this to make it fit properly?
Yes. Oh, wait, what? In what? Your SCX3?
Yeah.
No.
Well, then I've got a previous version or something then, because it definitely 100% hits the link mounts or the undercarriage for the servo mount.
Hold it up. Hold it up.
Now I'm nervous.
Hold it up. You put the transmission in backwards.
Oh, did I? What? I did? No, I didn't. You're an idiot. You are an idiot. Oops.
Is the spur gear just touching a little bit?
Yeah, it's rubbing a fair bit, yes.
Okay. That's dependent on gearing. Yeah, it says in the description of the ad, you might have to do a little bit of clearancing for that.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Great. Thank you.
That's the part that needs a little finger blade work.
Ah, good. I have one of those.
One of the Jeremys says.
That's Jeremy. Not Burris.
Kilburn. I just like to call him one of the Jeremy.
It's Dremel. It's Dremel time. For real.
So yes.
All right.
Anyway. Well, I'm glad that you got that installed.
Yeah.
So you can get that little bit of clearance done, and then you'll be.
Then I have to do a tiny bit of clearancing on the body, which I'm not allowed to do.
That is interesting. So, do you have any friends? Can Rebecca do this?
Obviously not. Yeah.
It's just a heat gun and a screwdriver.
So I could presumably
you could instruct. Like, hey,
yeah. Can you just heat this here and then push that?
Just mash that a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you could Hulk smash it and it would be fine. Like you're not gonna hurt it. Or you can just put some button heads in the top of that transmission and you probably don't need to do any Lexan mod.
Ah, there you go. I have lots of those.
You have M2 button heads?
Recycled hardware. Oh, absolutely.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah, lots.
Heat it, then push the body on. I'm not working on it. Gravity. Not touching it.
Scale of 1 to Mercury. How is the install? If Mercury is the worst and 1 is easy, This is like a 2. Except I did just break the mount, so I'm gonna have to print another one of those.
How did you do that?
I pushed on it a little bit.
If you accidentally drop a hot piece of metal on it, it doesn't count.
I just turned the new thermostat really high. That's a good one. Oh man.
This
is really
stock
great.
S6 drive shaft will not work on the BFD. No, it does. I use the stock one in the rear.
The rear, not the front. You have to make the front one longer.
Right. The front one has to be longer, which I say in there. It really all you need is the crown sleeve. So yeah. And that will get you done. That's why I'm actually a designer. Yeah. Because that's why this is the 3D printed part that you can just get off my website for $3. Like this is not. See, the VV should make a machine. We talked about that at work. Like, why don't we just machine that? I'm like, well, it's kind of like it's 3D print thing. You know, you just drop it in. It's fine. Like this machine, like it's so much different. Like I don't want to.
Well, but you know what? I know it's machine time and everything, but it is a good product. I can see the value in having it done.
So limited. Like I feel like a lot of people who are buying the CJ7 really are just like, it rolls over, whatever. I don't care. You know? So
yeah, most of them don't care. You're right.
Yeah, which is fine.
Tony Thompson, thank you very much. If you had to choose one, Mercury build or the RC foil drive mystery box,
the expensive one, the one that's guaranteed to come with some sort of truck.
I would still take the Mercury.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. What's RC foil drive got that I want?
Well, I mean, I guess. But like,
I'm,
yeah,
no cap.
Does it? If the Mercury comes with the Gladiator body, I guess that.
Then sense. I would. Yeah, if it all came together, because that is about $500, right? Pens. I do like pens.
Sand tires.
No, I just need the rear. I need the rear sand tires though, and they don't have those anymore. Obviously. Mercury or TF3? Mercury.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I would make that same choice.
You'd go TF3.
As bad as the TF3 is, I feel I might do TF3.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. Like, to me, after holding the Mercury and like the Mercury, to me, there is no more useless vehicle. It doesn't function. It's weak. And it's not properly designed around the product they're selling it as. To me, there's
very valid points.
There's nothing more useless than the Mercury.
But the counterpoint is the TF3 is, well, it will drive. I think if I had both, or if I had to have one just staring at me on the shelf, it would be the Mercury, because at least it looks good.
Crazy about a Mercury. Crazy. Going to drive to the dealership. Little known song. Was that Joe Diffie?
I don't know.
Someone will have to. Who sings Crazy About a Mercury? Yeah, I guess the TF3 is still leaf sprung, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm back to Mercury. That's right.
That was easy. Where's my butt?
Alan Jackson sings Crazy About a Mercury?
That was easy.
What? That was Alan Jackson? Huh.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Wow, I did not know that. I listened to that song the other day. Nicole and I were driving down the road. Oh, she's crazy about a Mercury. You should listen to that.
Has there been any leaf spring talk? Yes, Shred Craft. There has
at many points during tonight's did it come up?
Many points. It actually was one of the first things we talked about.
If it bleeds,
Believe
it leads. So yeah, we talked about it right away because of the Traxxas talk that was at the top of the hour. News and traffic, top of the hour.
Yeah, on the 10s.
Yeah.
I want that.
You didn't know it was Alan Jackson? Yeah, I did. I did listen to it and didn't know it was Alan Jackson. I don't know that I can necessarily pick out Alan Jackson's singing style.
Who's the Toby Keith? Did you ever go to the Toby Keith restaurant in Vegas?
Bar and Grill. Not in Vegas.
Did you really?
We had one in Kansas City.
It says a lot about the quality of the restaurants in that area.
Well, for one, it was in a casino.
Of course.
Kansas City has fantastic. Oh, shoot,
I know it does.
Here's so karting league.
Doesn't start until February.
Okay. This Monday.
You went karting.
No. This coming Monday, the 20th.
You're going karting.
Is that the 20th? Whatever it is. Whatever day that is. Not 20th.
Not the 20th.
At all K1s, Matt. Yours, mine, everywhere. This is one of the 4 or 5 times a year that K1 does drift night.
I'm going.
I'm going to. Because while RC drifting is redonkulous, real drift.
That's awesome.
Is awesome. So yeah, it is K1 drift night on Monday.
I gotta look this up. I gotta make sure this is a real thing.
Look it up.
.ca.
Yep. It's really slow. Yes, it is really slow, but it's drifting. So
coming soon. There is no announced date.
It's Monday. It was on K1's official overall.
Canada, my friend. Canada.
Oh God, I forget. You guys have.
We're different.
They probably don't allow drifting in Canada.
No, it has a drift night page. Drift night schedule coming soon. We gotta get all the other stuff out of the way. Gotta get the Challenge GP out of the way first.
Oh, yes, you do. Any updates on the other Fordyce Discord bill? No, I need to finish the video, and I think I also need to get like the seat files and a couple of carbon fiber files to those guys. But other than that thing is pretty much wrapped up. I think that I really liked that one just being for those guys. I think that'll be the end of that one, and I think I'll leave that one just closed. It was super fun, and I'm glad it was that way. But I think any of the next ones will just be.
Thomas Basic, thank you. Just a little something for you when you make landfall and head to the Schooner Pub. Ahoy.
Yeah.
It's so great. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas. Hey, Thomas, how's the carbon fiber Sugas going?
So much work to do real carbon fiber work versus ours. How will Josh cheat? So it's gonna be fun because the shop, some of us are going. Myself, Fam, Brandon, Steve, hopefully Jim as well.
That's great.
And we can hopefully we can all go. And because as far as like drifting goes, around the shop, call it full scale drifting. I had the drift trike that we have all driven at the shop. But I was really the only one that got much of a hang of that in the full scale. So I'm hoping that I can transition that into the kart drifting there and dominate. That is my plan. But I also went go-karting on Saturday, this last Saturday. Nice. And that was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna go. I think I'll go. I might go tomorrow or Friday to get some laps in. Before the challenge. Before the GP starts. Short form for Grand Prix.
Free practice.
Yeah, it's free practice 1, free practice 2, free practice 16. LSK, if you think this amount of jokes would get me to stop doing something, it's only going to make me do it more.
Here's your cue, everybody.
Bring it on.
Troy Gibler, thank you. I would love to see you two do the Chili Bowl next year. Not a freaking chance.
What's the Chili Bowl? Is that
massive RC race?
Oh,
massive RC race. That's where Schultz just was.
Yes. Okay.
By the way, I called Schultz and was like,
Get him
"Hey,
on the show.
There's this thing going on in June. Why don't you plan on making it?" And he's like, "Absolutely, I'll be there as well."
Yes.
So Schultz will be joining us because hanging out with Schultz
so much
is a treat. So yes,
it's a treat and a pleasure.
Oh, you know what? I think you guys are absolutely right, though, that the where's this? God, there we go. Beanie better than 5-panel hat.
All right, good to know.
Yeah, it is John Schultz. Yes, John Schultz,
the John Schultz,
the John
senior.
Schultz. So
not the younger, less good-looking one.
Real quick, 4 minutes, Matt. Let's thank some people and then do 2 minutes of F1 talk.
Yes.
Getting
back to it, baby.
Hack RC, Black Sheep RC, Poor Man John Doe, RC, RV, CB. Which I missed that one before. Damn it. I'm sorry. Aardvark Spleen with a bunch of them that I'm not reading. Joshua Splenlove. Thank you very much. Jeremiah Salberg, Tom Bake, Sean M. David Ferris and Troy Gibler. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right. Thank you, too. Gunnar, my meat belongs in your mouth. Nissen, the RC Underdog, Jeff 13 Baru, Dale Davis, Jeff 13 Brew again, Moose Jaw RC, Hobby Room, Bubba's Crap RC Videos, RC Underdog, Tony Thompson, and Thomas Bialzik. Thank you very much.
Much appreciated, everybody.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
There 3 minutes of F1 talk because Rolex 24 is next weekend. Excellent. But this last week, everyone take off your hats because Gunther Steiner is no longer with Haas F1. It hurt.
It's so sad.
Like it hurts. Like,
it's so sad because he's not just he is a great personality for the sport.
Yeah.
And he is so funny and he's good at his job. He was always just so handcuffed by Gene not wanting to spend any money.
I got to call Gene.
I had to got to call Gene. He's not going to be happy again. Fucking.
And they take the guy who's responsible for building the slowest car on the grid and then make him the new team boss.
Yeah, like how's that going to help? It's not like Gunther was back there turning a wrench or clicking a mouse.
Yeah.
He's doing all the heavy lifting.
Like he's calling Gene. He ain't got time for that.
You go build the car. I have to call Gene. Not happy again. Hello, Gene. Yes, both cars were wrecked. Yes.
These fucking guys.
I do feel really bad.
Out of nowhere, McLaren launches their livery.
Psych.
Yeah. Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's orange and black. No blue.
It's fine.
It's
little tiny bit of chrome.
It's fine.
I would have liked it if they went back to orange and white.
Yeah, something different would have been nice.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. It's not the livery. It's the car. But
yeah,
we can say with some certainty that Kick, what do they call themselves now? Kick Sauber F1 team?
Yeah. I think theirs is going to be the green.
Yeah, they going green.
It's going to be tennis green. Mark my words.
You think it's going to be tennis?
Tennis green.
Okay. Well, it's going to be weird having 2 green cars on the grid this year.
Well, no, because one's going to be tennis green.
You think it's going to be that green, eh?
Yep. Tennis. I'm telling you, it's the color of 2024. We started it.
Right. I feel I should have taken the tennis green one instead of the silver. That's why my video underperformed. I even took it back to all the same obstacles. Right up Devil's butt crack again. No cap.
That should be the name of your next obstacles. There's no cap. This is for real, for real. Here is bussin'.
This one would be bussin'. Yeah, maybe actually Mercury Gladiator green.
That's nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, I missed a super chat. Thanks, Thomas, again. I don't often notice a man, but that beanie.
Nothing wrong in just being comfortable to say something like that, you know.
Agreed. And giving somebody money to say it.
You know. That I don't often do, but
what other news? Everyone's mad at Red Bull again for sharing so much with AlphaTauri now that it's basically just 2 Red Bull teams.
Oh, I can't wait. Wait.
They're still gonna suck though, because
I would just want to see Danny Rick on the podium.
I would love that. I honestly would.
Can you imagine Danny, Max, and Yuki standing up there?
No,
I will never be happier if that can happen.
If Danny and Max are up there and there's a McLaren up there, great. I don't see Yuki getting on the podium anytime soon.
Oh, I want to see Yuki. Drops his champagne.
Yeah, I think McLaren's going to be good. Just for the record, ain't no Ford motor. It's a Red Bull motor that happens to have a Ford logo on it.
That the motor is my only concern with Red Bull.
Yep, unproven.
My only concern with them this year is the possibility of motors blowing up. And yeah, no, I called it at the end of last season. I said I am excited for whatever AlphaTauri is because of how much they're going to share with Red Bull. And
yeah, but it's shady.
It's not shady. It's per the rules.
2 teams, though. Basically, I know it's per the rules, but it's still shady.
If you don't think that Mercedes basically owns some of the people, you know, they can just pull up whoever they like. Okay. It's the same thing.
They're not sharing all that technical stuff, though.
Right. Wrong.
No, I'm right. Williams might have a Mercedes motor in it, but they're certainly not getting any of the other parts.
No.
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Mercedes is probably like,
that is not right.
Michael, Toto, we're doing what's called a motor race.
We went motor race. What?
We went motor racing. That's never not going to be old.
Never not. So, hey, Ben made it at the end of the stream. Hope you're having fun in Utah.
Enjoy Utah, man. Those racks.
Ferrari and Haas seem to share tire data.
Have you seen all the memes of Charles falling down when he's skiing? Like he's crashing when he's skiing too.
Oh my god. All right, it's 8:04. Thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks. Thank you for a wonderful show again. Episode 201.
201. Appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you.
Love you. Bye.